Barnello is also playing, as per the Syracuse local, playing something very, very similar. There are some minor changes here in numbers, but these two are playing a very similar strategy. So this should be interesting to watch as Boswell is up a game here. A duress. Looks like what was cast. Slimgar Scorn may have been cast. Now here's Narset Transcendent.
A big addition for Esper and blue-white control as standard. This Planeswalker is the real deal. When we saw Shaheen play it on a stable board, it looked like his opponent had no shot at keeping up in the game.
When this was spoiled on the Dragon's Tarkir spoiler, there was a lot of excitement, understandably so. Now here's another Slumgar Scorn. Boswell's going to reveal a dragon in Slumgar itself, the Drifting Death. And we're going to have a little battle over Narset, because you can't let that thing stay in play. Here's a dissolve for the Slumgar Scorn. See if this works out well for Barnello. Narset can certainly run away with the game and do it quickly.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Dissolve will resolve. Top card to go to the bottom from the scry. Looks like it may be Narset time now. Remember, that thing starts with a ton of loyalty. Up to 7. Take a look at that top card. See if Barnello gets it or not. Okay, foul tongue invocation. Gonna get that edict effect. Pass that turn back over to Boswell. Yeah. Barnello, somebody expecting a hero's downfall, perhaps? It would be understandable.
I wonder if the edict there is so juicy, knowing that Andrew has Slumgar in his hand, that I didn't actually contemplated not revealing there for a second.
Yeah.
Try to get Boswell to spend his entire turn casting a dragon, but really hard to give up on free cards in a control mirror match.
It is pretty difficult. Boswell going to search up an island with his blue delta. We were wondering when control decks were going to come back. It looks like we found 2 players who were interested in giving it a try. And now it's time to dig through time. So Barnello's shields are down, which allows Boswell to have a little fun here. Take a look at the top 7 cards, take 2 with him.
I was about to say, it was interesting for Boswell not to dig in response, looking for a disdainful stroke. The reason for that is there are no disdainful strokes in the 75.
Aha, interesting. I believe the boss found a copy of Hero's Downfall. Either way, he's found 2 cards that he likes. Dig through time is done resolving. Boswell going to untap those 8 lands, take a draw step. This is interesting to watch. See what Boswell's comfort level is playing a deck like this, because we think of him as such an aggressive player.
Yeah. I mean, green-white aggro and Obs on aggro. Those are the 2 decks I associate him with the most in standard.
Me too. There's 5 mana. Maybe it's time for a card like Dragon Lord Ojutai. Or Dragon Lord Slumgar. Looks like he does have 6 mana tap for that, so my apologies.
With Dissolve backup too, so Boswell may be able to protect this, and in this kind of matchup, that ultimate is game over.
Yeah.
Adam's got not a lot of cards that can enter play at that point.
Yeah, it is lights out. Oh, Dragon Lord Slumgar, eh? Barnello will play an Urborg, confirming that Boswell did have the proper amount of mana tapped. He does. Now here's the foul tongue invocation. So this is that edict effect. Going to show a Dragon Lord Ojutai. Boswell has a Slumgar Scorn.
Dragon requirement already fulfilled.
Indeed, as there is a dragon in play. dragon requirement fulfilled here for Barnello, as he does have Dragon Lord Ojutai in hand. Can also play the 4-spike roll here if he wanted to.
It's all good. All works the same.
It's all a battle over Narset here, folks. As it goes back to Barnello. Gonna tick that up. Did not hit with Narset, but got Narset back, which is probably the most important thing here. For Barnello, he's only got 2 cards in hand. One of them is Dragon Lord Ojutai. Looks like the other is a copy of Hero's Downfall. So he's light on resources.
And the top card of his deck was not a hit, meaning most likely it's a land.
Boswell, plenty of black mana in play because Barnello does have an Urborg on his side of the table. So mana is pretty good here for the Boz. It looked like he picked up a copy of Thoughtseize for his turn. There's a Hero's Downfall. Narset will be leaving the battlefield. And now we have an Anticipate. So Boswell will take a look at the top 3 and take 1 with him. Looks like he's found something he likes. Pretty easy selection off that Anticipate.
His own copy of Narset and Dissolve at the ready here.
It's a Dragon Lord Ojutai here for Barnello. And we have a Dissolve for that. That will resolve, which means it's time to scry here for Boswell. Let's see where that top card's gonna go. It's gonna stay on top. And how about another one? That one's in there. So Boswell will untap. It's time to draw. Picked up a copy of Hero's Downfall.
And if I'm looking correctly, that's exactly enough mana to Thoughtseize, play Narset, and Downfall.
Which would be a really nice turn.
That's how you draw it up.
Yeah. Here's Thoughtseize.
That's all the mana, and that's all of Adam's resources.
Hero's Downfall, see you later.
Not a bad card to see also.
Yep.
Clearing the path even further for your Narset.
Now, Boswell tapping 6 mana. He's gonna go with Salumgar instead. Maybe a little surprising there?
No, I think the rationale for this play is he gets to block this turn almost certainly. It's very hard for Adam to get this off the table. And then next turn, Boswell can fire back with Narset plus, et cetera, et cetera. The risk with casting the Narset and then leaving up Downfall is that if Adam draws a counter spell, he gets to connect with Ojutai, and then maybe things get bad. This is a little bit safer.
Okay.
It is a very conservative play, but I don't think it's wrong. It's just he's just erring on the side of caution here.
You see the way Boswell's sliding 4 mana around. He'll deploy Narset. That's going to resolve. Take a look at that top card, we think. While taking a look at that top card on the stack, Barnello is going to Hero's Downfall.
Doing it in response so Boswell doesn't find a counter spell off the Narset.
Mm-hmm. Barnello will take a draw. I'm just going to hang back with Dragon Lord Ojutai because there's not a good attack to be had.
Yeah, another player with a need to rush here.
Narset's in yet again. Boswell going to take it up to 7 counters. It's a miss. Just pass that turn back. Barnello will draw. Salumgar Scorn, no dragon. Boswell with the swamp. Narset moving up. Take a look. That stays put.
Still only 2 turns away from the ultimate.
Mm-hmm. Dragon Lord Salumgar, the draw. Some powerful draw steps available in these decks.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
To say the least. Now, there was no dragon in hand for Salumgar Scorn, but there's a dragon in play.
Yep.
So. No, I kind of like what Barnello's doing.
He's trying to set the trap here.
He is really trying to set the trap.
He's hoping that Boswell here goes to 9 counters, that Adam can untap win the fight over taking the Narset, trigger the ultimate, and lock Boswell out.
Oof.
Womp womp.
Thoughtseizes is going to make that.
I mean, that
was
was a really good setup there.
Yeah.
And it's not like that play is necessarily something Adam can't do now.
It's not over because he's got Slumgar scoring.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not a lock like it used to be.
Yeah, and he has to counter this Thoughtseize immediately. So he wins that war. Pass the turn back. Barnello will draw. Slumgar scoring is actually a pretty good draw. That might have been the perfect draw.
Well,
Here's
I think
Dragonlord Slumgar.
Ochitai's command and downfall, I believe, are left over in Boswell's hand, so he's got 2 answers.
Okay.
But this almost, I mean, Barnello almost stole this one.
Mm-hmm.
If Boswell did not draw a Thoughtseize last turn, this could have gotten really bad.
That's Ochitai's command. Here's Slumgar scoring. The mode that matters most on Ochitai's command here, the Essence Scatter effect.
It's a cryptic for creatures,
Yeah.
which I assume is what Boswell was trying to do, but could not.
Dragonlord Slumgar will die with the trigger on the stack.
Yeah. There's no Oblivion Ring style templating on these cards anymore. It's as you control it. So Barnello knows the writing's on the wall here. He's locked. Boswell's up a game. Nothing to be done.
Now that does it, because Boswell's going to go ultimate with his Narset, which means that Adam can't play spells anymore. He can play creature spells. Yippee. That doesn't matter that much, but he can't even attack with his Dragonlord Ochitai because there's Slumgar in play. So eventually, Boswell will get the job done.
Either Boswell runs out the clock or he eventually kills him, and in any case, Adam knows he's done for.